Like all over the world,
Yeah.
there's a deep need for infrastructure spending that's not being done,
Yeah.
and there's also an encroaching poverty.
Hi, I'm Bryan Colligan with Alphagrowth, and today we're here at the Crypto Invest Summit 2018. I'm here with Ben Bartlett of TackettBartlett.
Yeah.
Ben, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent.
Thanks for
Hey,
having me.
so you were talking about a project about the city of Berkeley. Tell me about it.
Yeah. So, look, all over the world,
Yeah.
there's a deep need for infrastructure spending that's not being done,
Yeah.
and there's also an encroaching poverty. And so we got together with some of our smart people and said, okay, well, how can we sort of fix the situation and bring power back to communities and also bring community wealth back to people that don't have access to capital markets.
Yeah.
So we decided to use the blockchain
Okay.
to issue bonds.
Interesting.
And we call them microbonds.
Okay.
They call it Berkeley ICO or crypto bonds.
Sure.
I like microbonds because a normal bond will cost $100,000.
Sure.
And the legal minimum is $5,000, but the functional minimum is $100,000.
For all the administration and all of
To buy
the
it,
work, right?
Yeah. And then there's fees for
Right.
issuing, right? But because the blockchain creates this ledger, you can have real-time communication and ownership recording. It cuts out so many middle people that you can sell a bond for $1. Because
Interesting.
the transaction cost is under a cent,
Right.
right? So you can sell a bond for $1.
Okay.
And you can also right-size it, and you can construct one building. One senior housing facility, one homeless housing facility. And I was driven
Right.
because of homelessness.
So I think what you're saying is, like, if you add blockchain and the microbonds, it could be on a per project basis where the bond is per project, and either like the citizens can vote about the bond and not this kind of like consortium or this umbrella of like $100 million. It may be, hey, I need $100,000 for a new park.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so we thought it's because, we have a few thousand homeless people,
Right.
depending on the count you use, right?
Yeah.
And we knew that the way you finance like homeless housing or senior housing,
Sure.
and you gotta remember, the average age of a new homeless person is 60 years old,
What?
right? So they're not building housing for people that aren't rich right now.
Right.
So in order to build a building, typically you rely on what they call corporate tax equity.
Okay.
So when a corporation has a big tax bill,
Yeah.
they can defer that tax payment
That's
or
right.
eliminate it
Yeah.
by investing in cool projects like this,
Yeah.
right? Socially beneficial projects.
Yeah.
But they lowered the corporate tax rate dramatically this year. Remember
It's
that?
not as much incentive.
Yeah, so that market is in danger of evaporating. So in order to get ahead of it, we're like,
Yeah.
okay, well let's not rely
Yeah.
on Wall Street.
Right.
Let's rely on ourselves.
In the community.
Yeah, let's crowdfund our priorities. We want senior housing. Let's
Okay.
make it happen. And so that's going on. And now it's of course started a bit of a revolution. The World Bank has
That's
issued its own bonds on the blockchain
Yeah.
now. Austria is planning to. Australia has. There's a major corporation doing it because it's so flexible. You can do it for a corporate bond,
Yeah.
or a private activity bond,
Yeah.
a revenue bond.
Yeah.
Even a group of us here could create what I call now a tokenized debt offering,
Right.
a TDO.
Like a collateralized debt obligation.
Yeah.
I've heard that one before.
Yeah. Don't say that. Yeah.
No, but it's a small amount. So you're not packaging securities into some
Right.
overarching structure where there isn't transparency and clarity
Yeah.
all the way down to the asset.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
It's
see.
different.
You see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that aspect of trust has to come back to finance and capital markets because in the 70 years or so, 75 years of this regime post the crash in '29,
Yeah.
we had layer upon layer of insider activity and just unnecessary control and friction, and it locks too many people out of the system.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. You have to have like asymmetric information. You're either in the know or you're not in the know.
Yeah.
And if you're not in the know, you're at risk, larger risk than the people in know.
Right.
So you shouldn't play it unless you're in the know.
Exactly.
Right. So it would open up with the transparency. You got these bonds. So where are you at in the terms of the project?
So we passed it.
Okay.
And that was a crazy experience.
So the
because-
city of Berkeley is like all on board.
Yeah. So we
Nice.
had it was a
Congratulations.
unanimous vote.
Yeah.
And that was crazy because
Yeah.
we had to educate everyone
Right.
on what is blockchain They were afraid it was Bitcoin.
Right.
The dark web. They were like, the dark web's coming to Berkeley.
Silk Road, right on my corner shop.
Silk Road, right. So we had to have, we had to teach in.
Yeah.
I brought a bunch of experts in, and we walked everyone through it, and we passed it. So now the city itself is drafting the request for proposals to go out to the market and say, okay, here's our requirements for this offering, who can do it the best way. So that'll be coming soon.
Excellent.
And that's going to be exciting to see who jumps up, what plans they have, how they can do it.
So Ben, we're here at the Crypto Invest Summit.
Yeah.
Who are you looking to meet? Like, what are you excited about?
Well, you know, so I want to get some good ideas, right?
Okay.
I'm looking for companies and innovators that can make the blockchain more accessible to ordinary people.
Yep.
I'm looking at exchanges now. Who's got the right exchange platform for security tokens, tokenizing assets, because ultimately I want to take this idea of tokenized debt offerings and create a new form of fractional ownership for investing in desalination projects.
Interesting.
That's my new initiative, Water for the World.
Yes.
And this came from a conversation I had with some UN workers about a month ago, saying that the human race is in such jeopardy now, due to global warming. That between sea level rise and desertification of farmland, you're looking at half the world's population becoming homeless in 75 years.
Right.
That's 4.5 billion people.
That's a lot of people.
That's collapse.
Yeah.
So they said the only way to really address that is to replenish the aquifers on planet Earth.
That's right.
And so that's 3,000 desalination plants in 20 years.
It's not a crazy amount.
No, but governments won't pay for it.
That's right.
And billionaires won't tax themselves.
Right.
So I propose to set up a really cool system and crowdfund it around the world, tied to water payments to repay. So this is my newest initiative, and I'm still talking to funders, you know, in my day job.
Testing the idea, getting it out there, and you're experimenting in Berkeley, in the blockchain of Berkeley, to see this is the governance structure of how we can run these types of bonds. Right. This is how the community can get involved. What does it take to do these micro projects, so that when we go for the bigger projects in the desalination plant, this is awesome, Ben.
Exactly.
Ben, people want to get involved. They want to learn more about your project. How do they reach out to you? Where should they go?
Yeah, just email me, ben@TackettBartlett.com. TackettBartlett.com.
Ben, thank you for your time.
Thank you, brother.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Right on.